Commander, forgive me for bothering you with personal matter, but I just want to see how grateful I am to you. During the attack on the President, I didn't exactly cover myself in glory. You had every reason to throw me out of the army or send me to the kingdom. You support me yet. You helped me gain my footing and continue your fights. You will not decision. I swear, I will never again let the Crusaders down. Neither by my actions, nor by words, nor by my thoughts. Will be a lot of crusade then. I'm glad you feel better now. Thank you, Commander. I've conquered my inner demons, and now I can go back to fighting the real kind. Okay, whatever turns you on, man. Commander, unexpected reinforcements have arrived. Not from Queen this time. These are volunteers. A group of Kel barbarians have come, all of them seasoned fighters. They wish to serve under your command. This tribe seems to have a bone to pick with demons. They believe that ravaging the Sakura has made the demons personal enemies of all people of the north. Proud that you're human just like them. They say that as soon as they heard about your deeds and cadavers and dress, they knew their true chief had finally come. Of course, I'll let him join my army. As Jake, man, the recruits will find you at your disposal shortly. Knight Commanders, we are represented the Hell Knights in the no man's land of the World War. Paralector Eminos Rent from the Order of the Gates. Paralector Larana Tai from the Order of the Pike. And Paralector Garen Diathan from the Order of the Pyre. We have come to officially greet the commander of this crusade on behalf of the coalition of the Hell Knight Orders. There have been and remain fundamentally opposed to demons and demon worshippers. We will continue acting in the man's land in the world of the World One and as an allied force to your armies. I welcome our honored allies to Dresden. Thank you, Knight Commander. Allow us to congratulate you on your victory in the battle for Dresden. Are you willing to participate in joint operations? My armies need support. That's not possible at this moment in time. The orders are following their own plans. Majority of our forces deploy far to the west. We are thereby helping you withdraw your attention to the demon armies. The Paralytic joins his decision to hand over part of his force for you to command was done on his own initiative. The other orders and even other chapters of the Order of the God Call have their own objectives. Is that all you want to say? One more thing. Our chapters, together with a troop led by Paralytic Drenched, intended to establish an outpost, or rather a fortified transfer point for our operations. We found several ruins from the First Crusade and we've begun marking them for inhabitation, making them. When this outpost is ready, be entitled as your ally to make use of facilities for rest and sustenance when you're making forays deep from the wound. On that, we shall take our leave, Knight Commander. Oh well, let's just have this all-day affair. So many strange things are happening here. I saw powers on my way here to last lifetime. But of course, I didn't show up empty-handed. The whole village took a clutch of the war effort. It's not much, mind you, but something. We're just doing our part, however small, to help with you. How'd you get here? By pure luck, I figure. You're surrounded all by all this hair. The land is dead. The trees are all twisted. There are monsters running around everywhere, ready to jump out at any moment, thankfully. I ran to Crusaders Patrol. They brought me here. If it wasn't for them, I would have ended up my trip in the teeth of some nasty beast, that's for sure. How are things in the village? Everything's been peaceful and quiet. I get wistful just thinking about it. Now I'm kicking myself for being such a fool. Why didn't I just want to stay at home when I was thinking, dragging myself all the way out of here to the world alone? But you know, it's not just right. Sitting here quietly, hiding behind the heroes who risk their necks on for us every day. So I decided to pay you a visit. How is Jernok doing? He's holding in, that's for sure. Almost one of us now. Heals the sick, fixes the nets to others. Before you know it, he'll be learning how to swim. Would you like to stay here with us? No, thank you. I have to say, I'm no crusader. Fighting demons is not really my thing. I'll get some rest before I head out. Take a day or two to look around the forces. I'll give me some stories to tell. Then I'll head home to Chili Creek. I'm already seeing more on this trip that I've seen in a lifetime. Anyway, you better come back to see us when we'll be waiting. Thanks for coming to visit. Thank you for defending our peace and quiet. We've gathered up something else for the heroes, but I couldn't bring it with me. It's too heavy to carry. Come to our village and you pick it up yourself and pay us a visit while you're at it. Always glad to see you. Well, I'll see you later. Come back with all the fighting. Oh, good luck with all the fighting. Huh, man. Well, okay, now let's just save that, but man. Let's see what we get here going on. One day, yeah. So we've got this now going on. And I can't recruit yet. For whatever reason. I need to get this fucker down here, man. Where are we at? Uh-oh. That's not gonna work. Wait. Don't tell me this is mine also. Shit, I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know. God, it's annoying. No, I don't want to upgrade that. No. This? Enter. I've got to check it out. Can I build anything? Yes, I can. Wait. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't care. I don't think anybody's going to be getting on this side of the Sullen. So, what is with... Yeah, but they're only 5. I can't be getting that screwed up, man. They can't take on anything else until they build up more. Well, no, I can't because it's just got underway. So, come on, dang it. I might have to upgrade this one and do it from there. What? Fuck, how much do you need, man? Let's put a hospital. I should be able to get that. So save it and get out of here. Determine stuff with a group. That's what I need to do. There's nothing he can do there. Ain't worth a shit, man. However, he could probably do that. I am wondering about this right here, though. Well, there's one way to do that. I'll take care of that problem. Really? That's crap, is what that is. The DR is decreased by 1 to the end of combat. I don't know what to do with him on that. See, that's a whole lot better. Like quite a bit, actually. Do that for now. Because let's give me 6 dexterity. It just ain't covering it, man. Okay then. I wonder why these aren't better. It says it would be. I don't know. He was getting kind of hit a lot too, though. Really? Seriously? Cloak +2. Where is... Well, it's not like she's doing a whole lot. She ought to be able to use whatever. That's kind of interesting. What about... Really? Might as well for now. I don't know where the storyteller is. Where is he at? No, that ain't working. What about Homeboy? Could you actually use that? +2 strength. I gotta go sell because I don't know what else to do here. Well, actually, no, I don't. I'm okay. I don't know the streets. Why do I? Yeah, because I want to. Hold up. Do I need another fighter? Her shaman stuff. I'm gonna try him, see how he does. I can't find this place. I don't understand that. Really? no, I don't think that's a good idea. That's always so good, man. All right, here we are. His thing.
Watch out for trouble.
My not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older, and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is. The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul.
That's actually kind of funny.
You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
Oh, he is something else, man. How interesting. Did you find anything interesting? Nothing really. I just took a note of a few things I attempted to find out. Whether anything unusual or mysterious had happened to the Count over the last 10 years during my conversations with his acquaintances, two people know that he never speaks of the revered Nestrin, the priest Amadei, who was his guardian tutor, yet he just mentioned Nestrin in a speech, whatever that might mean. You told me you tried to find out if anything odd had happened to during over the last 10 years. Some of the servants complained about strange occurrences in the house, like some objects moving by themselves, candles going out. Of course, that could be a figment of imagination. It's also very well known that the Count often invites various spellcasters to entertain him. And encourages them to use their magic in mischievous ways. Practically, the whole Mendev knows the story about the three drunk wizards and the teleportation race across the roofs of Canebras after a party at the Count's house. What I'm trying to say is, here is that my fluctuation in residual magic in the house were not at all surprising. It was a matter of the abduction, however, a gang of bandits happened to kidnap the Count for hoping for a ransom, but only reward they got was death. Afterwards, the Count, when they had hired the bandits himself as a joke, the other mercenary squad that freed him expected executed bandits were also in his employ. Nobody really wanted to delve too deep into the case after confirming the identities of those who wretched cutthroats. But there was one disturbing fact about it all. And I don't mean the Count's bizarre idea of fun. The mercenaries who surprisingly freed him had also cut off their band's head. I think already killed them. Their heads were cut off. You mean the bandits who attacked Darren? Yes, perhaps I wouldn't have noticed the detail, but I had not visited Haven's Edge after this tragic incident. I remember that we also found out several headless bodies, both of guests and teams who thought they had been decapitated during a fight. My companions have been finding severed heads all along their belongings recently. Strangely, things like this weren't a problem before Darren joined the party. What? That's an alarming coincidence. Now we have another reason to conduct an investigation. It's crucial that we find out exactly what happened to Traffic Peace. What do we need to do, Inquisitor? Now's the hardest part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place. It requires casting several different spells at some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially count myself. I don't think you remember from my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want to do is distract the matter of the house. Right now he's playing host in the very place I like to start with. So how do I distract him? I don't know, maybe your companions can always assist you somehow, or you can take a look around. Perhaps you can, there's something you can help us. I understand. Good luck. Come back to me when the count leaves. I'll tell you everything I managed to find out, and maybe you can show you something.
Keep your calm.
Really? What the hell, man?
There are many roads to success. Got a little interesting. I will guide. Focus on the goal.
I've always considered myself an asset, not a hero. When doomsday comes, I think I pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row, and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now I'd be damned if I know how I ended up on the Fifth Crusade, so now I become the companion of a hero chosen by Amade. It was our destiny to end up together. Oh, do go on. Tell me more. Heaven's Edge. This estate was once a beautiful sight with its lush gardens and placid ponds. The house itself is now larger, however, the land was part of the border region even before the World War I, so my ancestors took that into account when they made the foundation. The largest mansion in the heart is to defend. I'm glad to give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see. But I don't have much time in my service. I only managed to clean up this yard, the garden hall, and a couple of rooms. There's nothing interesting about them, perhaps the magical firefighting system powered by water elements. I'm not sure it's still functioning though. You do remember that you are still my field, as you say, and pedal penitentiary. Something count. I demand a report of all your work, or so. So why'd you really decide to throw a party at the scene of such a tragedy? What's this ghoulish farce all about? I'm not feeling. It's like I've been lying under the sun in a spectacular matter in full bloom. And then you barge in to pour a bucket of ice cold water over me. Is this how you treat people who invite you to their celebrations? No. You don't have to answer. I just come up with a polite excuse, but I'd rather match your courteous manners and put it bluntly. I do not wish to continue this conversation. Thank you for ruining my mood. I shall return my chambers for a time. Well, where's he at?
Watch out for trouble.
I see that you did your part, Commander. Thank you. Now get ready to watch and listen closely. Well, I'm around the pass of the place to try to show you what I find. My dear guest, the Lady of the Heaven's Edge welcomes you, all of you today. I hope this day is as bright as for you as it is for me, because on this day, my only precious, sometimes arrogant, but utterly beloved child was born. A child is usually a reflection of his parents' caretakers. Counsel, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address guests in a manner of hour as well? Can't we have just a day without your sermons? It's my birthday after all. Today, I'm sure that the Reverend Nestor only wanted to bring you, to hug you, and offer you his best wishes on your birthday. Wait, what's that noise? Ah! The source of evil has come to your celebration worlds. Do you prepare a treat for me too? A little too? What do you want, responded this? I've done everything I wanted to. Hey you, daughter and cleric, look around. Don't you know anything odd? The plague is in your wine, your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you all die. Pray to our pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want. But nothing going to help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves. And when I return, the grave realization will have already sunk its teeth into your throat. So how I love watching mortals in decline of desperate hours. The first appearance of disease in the world too. One of the many sisters of curse. The Chris Monagas. So far, everything I've seen matches the official versions of the event. Who are the people in the vision? Countess Helena Arende was Darren's mother, and one of the most beautiful women in the history of Mendez. She was an Aesmar, just her son. The old man is the esteemed cleric Nestor, our count's guardian and tutor. He was well known for his unfaltering faith in iron will. I was only passing acquaintance with him, so I can't tell you anything more than that. I don't recognize the others, but Darren told me that the first victim of the disease was his second cousin, the cousin's wife, hailing from the eastern border. Surely Frolic would have done something. I can't say for certain, but I believe there was nothing he could have done. Magical diseases are already difficult enough to cure, and this plague could start very fast indeed. Now we find out what happened next. What now? I can sense the aftershocks of very strong outbursts of emotions and memories somewhere in the west wing of the house. Something must have happened in one of the rooms. Please check if anyone is in there and distract me if you need me. Did they say the east wing?
Keep your calm.
Commander, I assume that you have an urgent matter that requires my attention. What is this room? Just a random room. I told my servants to make some room ready. This is one of those rooms he chose. I'm absolutely confident you won't be able to persuade Zila to dance with you. Oh, I can imagine Lady graciously tearing down the curtains with her shield, her armor clanking melodiously into the music. I wonder if I could keep a straight pace and drip honey words in her for the whole dance. You give me a brilliant idea. I see that you're able to do as I asked. Prepare yourself. The vision might be rather difficult to watch. Mother, can you hear me, Mother? Dave, my boy, how did you get here? Don't come any closer. I this disease. Mother, listen. The Reverend Istran has sealed the gates. He said they won't let anyone in through the states. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. He knew that we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat Baron and his family tried to escape, but his 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let him go. Mother, we need help. Canaverse is full of clerics, wizards, and demons. Who knows what else? They might know how to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey the Reverend Istran. We are the lords of Mendev, and we must protect the people. The plague, if it reaches Canaverse, thousands of innocents will die. I don't care about any innocents. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Canaverse. They won't listen to me, but they are truly the lady of the state. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must. Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still... Now I have an answer to one of my questions. Nobody went to Canaverse in search of help because the Reverend Istran didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his block of the state. What a difficult choice it must have been. All the lives are equally valuable. How could he refuse to save them just because he thought some other people might suffer? The magnitude of potential disaster might have made him so. Perhaps it was a matter of duty. No one wants to be responsible for wiping out an entire city. I have never been in the Reverend Istran's position, but I know the price of difficult decisions, especially those you have to make politically. I have no right to judge him, but we must continue our investigation. The next site I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. That is where we found the remains of Istran and the demons. I assume that he killed them in a confrontation, but we must make sure of that. Please help me clear the area so I can study it. Oh there. I really loathe you persuading me to ask Cecilia to dance. It was the most abominable experience of my life, but I absolutely must do it again. Just let me catch my breath. How are you enjoying the party? Having a good time? Yeah, I'm having the time of my life. At least someone's having fun. Well, let's change this to we thought the unique ambiance of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're on the very border of the world would make the celebration special. I thought the past would restore us and make itself known. Well, it seems even ghosts don't wish to attend my parties anymore. What can we do to listen to live up to eating? You know what I think? I think it's time for a drinking contest. Ah, yes, the tried and trusted method of salvaging a dull party for salvaging anything. I'm ready, but who's my competition? Aubrey will show you how they drink in old cigars. I lost the odd contest of my day, but never a drinking contest. That's the first for everything. I only hope that after your bout, you do not fall into a dead sleep for another 100 years. Let's drink to one of the falls that contradicts mercy. Let's just a little more. I say for more. Well, this is a serious drink. We'd have to back up in my day. I'm sure you didn't mind making this a complicated science verging on magic. It has come along in leaps and bounds in years that you spent something in stone. Come on, Ulrich, don't let me down. The house will turn out to drink before I run out of steam. Are we done here? Are you ready for another round? Ah, here we are again, Commander. So let's take another glimpse of the past. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come on, let me touch you. I'll give you. Get away from him, demon. Let the boy go. By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him over my dead body. You are pathetic, old cleric, and are you the guardian of this charming little prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your eyes. You won't be able to see him, and I can't at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. We'll see about that. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as expected. It's as if some kind of supernatural explosion occurred around here 10 years ago. Bending everything together, natural auras, emotions, memories. I will try to read it. Please continue. Just give me my focus. I'll try to channel my vision and feelings to you as accurately as possible. Darren, my boy, what is going on? Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric. Stop right now. Do you really want to see what happens when... Save me. Can you save me? Darren, wait. The thing you were about to let loose is worse than even demons. Demons? Saints? I'm so fed up with all you burn. What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything this far worse than imagine. Are you right? There's nothing really. I will not be able to cast any spells for the rest of the day, but aside from that, I'm fine. Do you understand now what happened 10 years ago? Yes and no, damn it. My thoughts are astray. I will try to explain everything to you in full detail. Many of the living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad. When a deadly threat looms over them 10 years ago, the young count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. It frightens me all my experience with Inquisitor is completely, unless in this case, it does not resemble anything I've ever heard or read about. This entity, I think I will call it the other, possesses uncanny power. It was capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric, and a host of other mortals. You saw everything yourself. What's even worse is this entity, the other, is still here. I don't know what exactly the creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The other is not inside the Count's body. It is not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no obvious signs of possession, but it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world, and it can instantly step through and to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Does Dan know anything about this? Yes, of course he does. Did you hear what the other tried to convey to him? Help in exchange for secret death to those who know the truth. It wants to have an opportunity to count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Darren deny that he remembered anything about the conclusion of events at Heaven's Edge. What might the other want? This is the strangest thing about it all. It came to this world 10 years ago and it's still here, right? All this time it's been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunity to do so. The Count can get close to practically every influential figure in the dead, but the others refuse to act, or its interest lies in some other sphere. Did the other kill everyone then? Does he was not to blame? Not everyone, just narrowly his paladins and a few remaining guests, damn it. I know that it was the work of a mysterious, omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago and I didn't check anything personally. And those who did be able to sense that something was wrong. Could the other be the reason why companions keep flying separate heads among belongings and canabras? It seems very likely. I'm almost certain you're right. People tend to lose their heads when they get too close to Count Emerdy anyway. I do apologize. That was inappropriate. Perhaps your gruesome bindings are the heads of some cultists who tried to kidnap the Count or kidnap slaughter. Perhaps they prefer the other in some other way. We have to do something. Commander, first and most, I must apologize. Second, I must actually keep the secret. What are you sorry for? I apologize for dragging this mess. You see, the other entity of immense power stated very clearly that we kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows that the Count is actually is living gateway. I suppose the secret is currently known to 3 people in Glaring. You, me, and the Count. And that means, why should I keep it a secret? As soon as the Count finds out that we know the secret, others will understand it as well. We don't know what it is and what exactly is the scope of its powers, but we do know that we dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I made a decision. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we've just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Neurosyn and shift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out what exactly to deal with and how it could possibly be defeated. I will also make some cautious inquiries from other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found at least some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not try a single word about an investigation of the Count himself. So you want me to lead a crusade while carrying a bomb that can be exploded on him? I'm afraid that I won't be able to hide from the consequences if this bomb does explode, so it's up to you to decide. What are you going to do with Darren himself? The release is guilty of letting the other enter our world. Right now, I'm more concerned about the other. But when we find a way to get rid of this entity, the Count will have to stand trial. Many things about this case were still unclear, including the extent of this guilt. Did he call upon the other by himself, or did he simply answer his call? Could it be refused offer, or would it have led to his meeting death? Every detail is important. Every testimony needs solid proof. That's the difference between righteous justice and blind vengeance. Fine, we'll keep it a secret. Okay, good. Now, that's it. Later.